So with a couple, one really good effort from Undai, tipped over the bar. City have had a couple of good chances of their own. O'Brien hit his own crossbar with a clearing header in front of Haaland. Probably Doku had the best City chance. Foden had one right at the end of the first half. It is an even game, and I don't think we're surprised at all by that, because Everton have been in excellent form this season. The half-time score here at the Etihad Stadium is City 0, Everton 0. Let's go back to the studio and we can join Cal.
Welcome back to Matchday Live, half-time here at the Etihad Stadium, and it is all level. Manchester City 0, Everton 0. Joleon Lescott alongside me, and I'm delighted to say one of our very own boxer, Mr. Brad Rea. Good afternoon, how are you, Brad?
I'm all good, mate, thanks for having us.
No, an absolute pleasure. I mean, first and foremost as well, I mean, we all know, but a massive Manchester City fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Where did that all come from? Is that from your dad? Did you choose that, or...?
Yeah, look, I'm a Stretford lad, me, so I'm born and bred Stretford. Look, all the lads around me are Reds, but Grandad's a big blue, my dad's a big blue, and yeah, look, just born that way. Luckily, thank God.
Yeah, especially now, anyway, isn't it? I mean, talking on the game today, 0-0, kind of chances. Well, half chances really. Yeah. I mean, a clear cut, maybe one for Everton, couple for City. What have you made of the first half, Joleon?
Even, I don't think any team deserves to be in front. I think both teams have set up strong and confident. The best player is probably Undai on the pitch. But in regards to do we deserve to be winning, probably not. No. We've created some half chances, like you said, but just keep going. Just keep going. It doesn't need to be won in the first half, so there's got to be opportunities, and I'm sure the manager's going to make changes or tweaks to the system. Have
you been surprised at how good and effective Undai has been? I mean, he's been such a spark for Everton.
No, I rate him highly, to be fair, and it's strange. I don't think Everton fans will praise him for this comment, but he's playing like he wants to. He recognised that he could play for Man City. He's like showing you, like, I'm at the level that he's required to play at this, in this stadium week in, week out, and he's definitely shown moments of brilliance, and I think there's a lot more respect for him now after that first half performance.
From a City point of view, Brad, I mean, as we say, we've tried to fashion a few chances, some not quite clear cut. What would you like to be maybe seeing a little bit more, or maybe a bit more from Savinho and Doku?
Yeah, I think it's just that kind of finishing touch. Then decisions. You know, I think they're struggling to find Haaland as well, which, you know, with him it only takes one chance. You put the ball at his feet and he can put it in the back of the net. But I think if you can get it through to Haaland a little bit in the second half. Yeah, we could probably secure a deal. And is that decision making there? Is it because, I mean, Savinho there had a shot at the end, but I feel he's got himself into a couple of positions and maybe he's not taken the right choice. I think there was one when he should have cut it back, but he went for goal. Yeah. And then when he could have gone for goal, he cut it back.
But yeah, again, just decision making is always going to be key and important. But I also think the numbers in the box. I don't think I haven't looked up and thought, oh, there's 4 or 5 players in the box. It tends to be Haaland, and Everton are sitting deep, so he's outnumbered. So can we get more numbers into the box and just create more chaos? Yeah.
Brad, how much have you enjoyed Phil Foden's return to form?
Yeah, it's good. Season? It's good to see. It's good to see, because obviously, like, he had a bit of a quiet year last year, and look, it happens. Yeah. Like, it happens. You know, he's just human at the end of the day. They're not machines. You can't just keep going. So it's going to happen, but. Look, you know, Phil's got a special place in every City fan's heart, because he's a local lad, so it's good to see him back.
And I guess as well, I mean, Brad and Joleon, you know this as well, because he spoke about, you know, there's maybe been struggles off the pitch. It is difficult, you know, there is mental fatigue. I can imagine maybe, you know, when you're in camp at the moment, which we'll get to, but you feel them dips, and when you're in a dip, maybe you're not be able to, like, be at your best. That happens to a lot of sportsmen, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, that's normal. That's normal. Look, we're just normal people at the end of the day. Yeah, although, you know, people do sit at home and watch us on TV and stuff like that. We are just normal people at the end of the day, and you have your good days, you have your bad days, and you've just got to push through it.
Yeah. Joleon, do you remember having moments like that?
Yeah, plenty. Yeah. Well, yeah, as you said, it's different. Probably different. Obviously, for Brad, he's isolated on his own. It's an individual sport. So when he's having a bad day, it's on him. Like, luckily for me, if them bad days come, you'd like say Yaya Silva and David Silva and Sergio Aguero to get me out of them bad days.
We got them. Not Aguero. Yeah. Just getting punched in the head.
That's what I mean. So I can imagine being slightly different from Brad. But yeah, Phil Foden, he spoke about it, and yeah, as I said, I think, like he said, sports people are just lucky enough, that are fans, they're lucky enough to do something they love.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have to recognise that Phil, obviously, if he's going through things, or now he looks like he's enjoying his football again, he's smiling, and I think that was a big indicator last year, is that regardless of how he was playing, he weren't smiling.
Yeah.
And he's someone that loves the game, so if he's not, then he's obviously not enjoying it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Brad, let's get on to you, because we're so delighted to have you on. One, being a Blue, but also because huge fight coming up November the 1st here in Manchester at the Co-op Arena, which, as we know, is just next door to us at the Etihad, against Lyndon Arthur. Talk to us first of all about the fight, because it's a big one.
It is a big one. It's probably my biggest fight to date. Defending my European title. It's my first fight, fighting under Frank Warren and Queensberry, but it's a local derby. It's a big one. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's two local lads, obviously, but it's red against blue, innit? And I think that's one thing. It's in the back of my head. Like I can't get beat by United.
No, you can't. I mean, Brad, for us all, but it's funny that because he's a big red as well. I mean, so it does give it that little extra edge for you as a football fan, doesn't it?
A little bit.
You were saying as well, obviously now under Frank Warren, how I mean, amazing move. How has that been for yourself?
Yeah, look, it's great because I've had like you're saying, players have dipped. I've had a tough few years where, because I've not had the backing of a big promoter, I've struggled to get fights and I've struggled to get opportunities, and I had to stay ready, and an opportunity come up, and because I was in the gym all the time, I grabbed it with both hands and become European champion, and from that, been signed by Frank Warren and Queensberry. Things are looking up now, but it's been a tough few years, so it's nice to finally have that backing and someone believing in me. I know you're really good mates, obviously, with my younger brother as well, but I've been able to see the work that you do put in, and I guess it's a great example for people that maybe when you think you're not quite getting the chance, or you're not being seen how you should be, to keep persistent with which you've done, but it's not easy to do that. No, it's tough, but I've always believed that I was good enough to kind of get to win these big titles and fight at arenas like the Co-op, and I've always believed that I was good enough. So although it was up and down, I just had to keep going because I believed I was going to get to that stage at some point. Of
course, and I mean, you obviously, as you say, you're trying to defend your European title crown. What was it like winning that though?
Yeah, it was good because, like
it was good. It's better good.
Yeah, it was better than good. But like I say, because I had a tough few years, and I always told myself, you're good enough. You're gonna do something. You are good enough, and it was a bit of it was like relief.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't lying to myself, you know what I mean? I was good enough to get to this stage, and it was all the sacrifices, it was all worth it.
Yeah, I can imagine. Now, you're in camp at the moment. For those who don't know, what does a camp kind of look like, Brad?
Horrible.
You wake up every day like you've been run over by a bus.
Cool.
You're eating chicken, rice, broccoli, and but look, I love it. I love what I do. Absolutely love what I do. Every day I go to the gym, big smile on my face, and when I was a young kid, when I was 10, 11, I knew I wasn't good enough to play for City. But I always, if you would have asked me what I wanted to do, I wanted to be a boxer, and if I could have had a dream life now, this is what it was. So I'm very grateful that I love what I do, and although it's tough, there's nothing else I'd rather be doing.
No, but you've worked hard for it as well, Brad, so it's great, to give yourself that credit, and as I say, to have won the title and now be defending it is special. And you feel, I'm assuming, of course, but feeling confident and I'm ready, because it's not that long to go now, really. I think it's kind of a few weeks away.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah. 2 weeks today, so look, basically I've got another big week training and then just start winding down, but yeah, look, I know it's a tough fight. I know Lyndon's a very good fighter, but look, I'm up for it. Because I know what this fight can lead to. This fight can kind of push me
to that next.
Is that the motivation, what it leads to after? Or you're able to look past this fight?
I never look past the fights, but I know what comes after. So I must win. I must win for me.
Well, we're absolutely going to win, and you know that you've got all the support of us here, and the entire club as well will be right behind you. And it's happening at the Co-op on the 1st of November. Brad Rea there to keep his European title crown against Lyndon Arthur. Now, we're hoping to be trying to get a Premier League crown back at the end of this season, Joleon. 3 points is going to be huge here today, because it does put us top of the table, which I've not said that in a while.
I've not believed it in a while either.
So what would you like to see maybe coming into this second? We spoke about the bench, obviously, and you were saying you can change the way we play.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so quick to go to the bench just yet. Like I said, players aren't not performing. It's just not clicking as yet in the right areas, and said it's a bit more speed, not allowing Everton to recover as quick and get as compact. But in regards to the changes, yes, if they do come on, I'm sure they've been out so long, and like anyone that's competes, when you've been out for so long, the excitement is the hardest part is controlling that adrenaline and not overdoing it. So I'm sure they'll be eager to impress. When
you've been here today, Brad, obviously we know what the big man's like up front, but when you see Donnarumma in there, he's quite the presence, isn't he? He seems to have brought us a bit of stability as well, kind of a bit more assuredness in defence, which I think we've lacked a little bit.
Yeah, look, before we signed him, he used to say he was the best keeper in the world. He's class, and I do half feel bad on Trafford, couldn't come in, but it's just an opportunity that you couldn't miss. And like you say, every time there's a chance or whatever, I'm confident that he will stop it, and that's it's a good feeling to have.
It's huge. I mean, and for I spoke about, I guess, for defenders, and this is obviously James Trafford as well. It's worth saying as well, was the best keeper in the Championship, incredible amount of clean sheets. But this is Donnarumma. Does that give them a little bit more of an assuredness and calmness, knowing that he's behind them?
Yeah, definitely would do. He's arguably one of the best, if not the best. So definitely that gives you confidence, but also gives a different level of fear to the opposition. It's like you have to be so precise. It has to be right. It can't just be a shot on target anymore. No. Not that Edison was just letting any shots in, but in regards to Donnarumma, it's like his strength is saving shots, so it has to be precise, and it doesn't just give defenders confidence, it gives a bit more fear to the opposition.
Absolutely. Now, something that happened during the show before kick-off was, it kind of came out the blue, was very quick. Ange being sacked. 3-0 defeat.
Yeah.
He gave a hell of a press conference yesterday. He's not had so long in charge, but are you surprised at that? It happened. We more or less felt like they must have been done either in the tunnel or before the game, almost.
He must have known.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, that can't be just an emotional reaction. He must have known if there's a defeat or a heavy defeat or a certain scoreline that's coming, then you're out of a job, because it's very, very quick.
Yeah.
But again, am I surprised? Arguably not. Like the owner is like that, isn't he? He's done it before. He's not emotional to any circumstance. He's just cutthroat, and he believes that the right decision was made. And as erratic as he's made decisions, he's still supported the club, and they've got into Europe off the back of that support. So they have to understand that he's trying to make right decisions for that team and that club.
Yeah, 39 days, shortest in Premier League history, that tenure. Wow, cold.
He might win a trophy next season.
The champ. I might have been the champ.
We were just saying as well, Brad. Actually, obviously, we're willing Rodri to get back to full fitness, but we were saying today, and just there, Joleon, quite an assured performance from Nico in midfield.
Yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see, because there is questions about Rodri's fitness at the moment, and you see him when he was gone last season. Didn't have anyone to kind of fall back on, so it's nice to kind of have that backup. But Rodri's Rodri, we need him back. We do need him back. But it's nice to have that kind of backup who can step up to the plate.
Yeah, and he seems to. You've one of the kind of best 45 minutes you've seen.
Yeah, definitely. From both sides of the game as well. He made some great tackles, but passing, composure. He's definitely. Style is similar to Rodri's. Whether he can go on and have the same impact over his career at City, who knows? But yeah, that was the strongest 45 I've seen him have.
I would like maybe to see a Cherky appearance maybe in the second half.
Yeah, I think we will. Yeah. I think if it stays tight and remains tight, I definitely think he's going to come on and have some sort of impact. It's just when that is, and hopefully he's coming on to a 2-0 scenario and scoreline, and he's kind of able to express it more than the pressure of go and win us the game.
Need to go get a goal. Yeah. Gents, we can see the boys are in the tunnel. We can see Rodri still having an impact even when he's not on the pitch. So we're going to hand back over to the commentary team. Me and Joleon will be back at full time. Brad, so great to have you on the show, bro. And we want to again wish you all the luck for your fight on the November the 1st. I'm sure it'll be a big win. I'll be there cheering you on, my mate. And as I say, all of City will be behind you as well as our fans. And if you're around Manchester, Co-op Arena, 1st of November. Right, it's Manchester City 0, Everton 0. Half time, but 45 minutes to go to try and secure those 3 points. Thank you for watching. We'll see you at full time.
Thank you, Kel. Last season, Everton came here and got themselves a draw. And in fairness to them, they've probably been good value for a draw in the opening 45 minutes. They've had good chances. City have had a couple as well. Donnarumma's made one really good save to deny the outstanding Unjai, who certainly been probably the best performer out there in the first half. But City ended the half with a couple of opportunities, one for Savinho right before the half-time whistle, and one about 4 minutes before that when Doku had a chance saved by Pickford. Bottom line is that this is a tough whole game. I think we expected that before the match started, and we've not been disappointed in that regard. Alongside me is the former City captain Andy